Most language teachers don't know anything about language learning. And this is especially true in the case of native English speaking English teachers. Most of these people have never learned a foreign language themselves, or maybe they've learned it to a basic or intermediate level. And I'm talking about people, in some cases, who have lived abroad teaching English for decades and they still don't speak the language well. You can communicate somewhat, and that's it. So, how are these people qualified to teach anyone? The only thing they did after going to university and getting some useless degree like journalism or political science, and when they couldn't get a real job, they just decided to do a quick course, get an English teaching certificate, and start teaching the language because being a native speaker is enough of a qualification to teach the language, right? Well, wrong, because the way they learned English, the native language, or we all learned a native language, it's not the same way you learn a foreign language as an adult or even as a teenager. So these people don't know anything. And if you want another, if you want some more proof, you just have to look at the results. The system they were told to use and they use, you only have to look at the results that system delivers. Most people who take English classes abroad can't really speak all that well or at all. Yeah, people in Spain go to English classes for 8, 10 years, sometimes more, starting at a very young age, all the way to university, still unable to speak in most cases. People who take Spanish, French, whatever in high school, college, 3, 4 years, sometimes more, still unable to speak. This is the system these people are perpetuating. They were told that's the way to learn, and they keep teaching, uh, pretending to teach with this, and that's it. And they call themselves experts because they went to teacher school and they were told what to do, and that's it. There's no most of them can't think for themselves. They haven't really even tried to find a better way to learn anything. They just regurgitate whatever they were told, and they keep doing that over and over again, despite the lack of results for themselves and for their students. And that's it. They're assuming experts who never go in the pool. Yeah, teaching you're teaching people how to learn a language, I, without having learned the language yourself. In fact, they're not really teaching you how to learn a language. They teaching you the language like word by word, which is extremely inefficient. Um, yeah, these people can't. For the most part, there are some exceptions, of course, but for the most part, can't really speak a foreign language. Don't really know what it is like to learn a foreign language. They don't know what it is to be stuck in the intermediate plateau or to be at an advanced level but trying to get even better. They don't know what it is to prepare for a proficiency exam in a foreign language. They don't know what it is to start from scratch. Maybe they don't know that, but they quit right after. And their idea of starting from scratch is doing some Duolingo and showing up to some classes for a while and learn a few words, and that's it. Um, they've never done it themselves. So they're basically the fitness instructor who's morbidly obese. That's it. Zero results for themselves, but they pretend to be experts. And that's 90% of English, more than 90%. Maybe not abroad because eventually people learn if they live in a country where the language is spoken. Yeah, in Spain you get English speakers who can speak some Spanish, although most of them still not at a good level. Yeah, they can have basic communication, but that's it. And if we're talking about English speakers from England, or from the UK, or from the US who live there and teach the language there, zero idea of how to learn a language. So don't trust these people. Uh, for the most part, they're a complete failure at what they do. Again, they got some useless degree. Languages wasn't the thing they were. Uh, it wasn't the the goal to end up being a language teacher. They end up doing that because that was the only thing they could do after studying something relatively useless. And that's it. Yeah. So don't trust their advice. All that. Make sure you check what the actual accomplishments and language skills of those people are.